Okay. Good morning to my fellow members of the committee, to the BAC PWG, the BAC Secretariat, and the staff. Today we will have a briefing conference on two civil works projects, namely construction of river capacity enhancement structure, Barangay Inayupan, Javier, Leyte, and construction of river capacity enhancement structure, Barangay Odiong, Javier, Leyte. But before we proceed, good morning also to our viewers online, to the observers and representatives. So, you may have now the roll Mr. Back Secretary, if the committee is involved.
Good morning, Mr. Chair,
Good
to
morning.
the committee, to the technical working group, and everyone else present physically and online for this pre-meeting conference. As a matter of procedure, please say present and raise your right hand once your name is called to acknowledge your attendance at the meeting. For the Bids and Awards Committee, we have the chairperson, Engineer Delphine Eloy Jr.
Present.
The vice chairperson, Engineer Junsit Sapilino, is attending via Zoom. I think he is having an internet connectivity issue. Regular members, Mr. Mark Luis B. Sampilo,
Present.
Engineer Edwin K. Lanza, and provisional member, Engineer Rene A. Yan.
Present.
For the technical working group, we have the head, Engineer Mike J. Pilola,
Present.
the assistant head, Engineer Jeffrey F. Pitana,
Present.
and members, Engineer Karen Joy J. Ramos, Engineer Sam Jan C. Catolico,
Present.
and Mrs. Elda G. Mutina.
Present.
For the secretariat, yours truly, Engineer Emmanuel Marisacro, procurement staff, Engineer Azilian Josera,
Present.
Ms. Maria de Vivian Loreto, and Mrs. Remedios Biginguni. So, Mr. Chair, for this pre-meeting conference, 5 out of 7 members of the committee are present, hence there is a quorum. Also, Mr. Chair, we have posted the supplemental bulletin for the conduct of pre-bidding conference on a weekend pursuant to the description and arrangement of the and observers were duly notified in writing but not attended physically. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. So please kindly enumerate the agenda for today's proceedings.
For this pre-bidding conference, Mr. Chair, there are 4 agendas. A brief presentation and explanation by the bank of the basic contract data. Considering that the chief of the planning and design section is having an internet issue, I will take over, Mr. Chair, and I will just reiterate what was discussed during the pre-procurement conference. For the requirements of the bidding, documents to be submitted to the bidder, and criteria and procedure for eligibility check, preliminary examination of bids, bid evaluation, post-qualification and award, this will be discussed by the head of the technical working group. And then agenda 2, questions or comments from the bidders and replies of the bank if there are any. Agenda 3, other matters. And agenda 4, summary of proceedings, including supplemental bulletins if there are any. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Secretary. So the purpose of this pre-bid conference is to clarify and address the biggest questions, the technical and financial components of the project, and to ensure that the bidders fully understand the procuring entities requirements, and to ensure the bidders know the changes and amendments to the bidding documents. Reminder to those prospective bidders watching the live stream broadcast, any statement made in the pre-bid conference does not modify the terms of the bidding documents unless such a statement is specifically identified in writing as an official addendum or bids of political bulletin. And also, the pre-bid conference is an opportunity for the prospective bidders to request clarification of the bidding documents. However, such request will be followed up in writing, and the bank will respond in writing to the visual and posting of the bids of political bulletins according to the following websites: www.philips.gov.ph and www.dpwh.gov.ph. So first, we will have to discuss the first project for today's pre-bid conference, construction of river capacity enhancement structure, Barangay Inayupan, Javier, Leyte, with contract ID number 24IG0136, located at Barangay Inayupan, Javier, Leyte, with approved budget for the contract of 96,499,560 pesos and 57 centavos, with contract duration of 261 calendar days, and to be discussed and verified by Engineer Javier, which represents the planning and design section. So we may now start Engineer Javier.
For 24 ID 0136. Construction of river capacity enhancement structure, Barangay Inayupan. Barangay is BRGY, period, Inayupan, Javier, Leyte. Location, Barangay Inayupan. Barangay is BRGY, period, Inayupan, Javier, Leyte. ABC is 96,499,560.27. Calendar days is 261 calendar days. 261 calendar days. Project duration, including.
Okay. The title of the project, the contract ID, the location, and the approval for the contract and the contract duration. Same with what we have published. So I think there are any significant political issue so far as none.
Mr. Chair, in addition to what was discussed by the Assistant Head of the Technical Working Group, I would like to briefly discuss the eligibility criteria for the major categories of work for this contract. So, the major category for this project is what we call flood control, construction, snow protection using structural measures, revetment, retaining structures or wire nets, so FCSPS. The total dimension is 624.8 linear meters. For our prospective bidders, the similar major categories of work is RCSPS, or the roads construction, slope protection using structural measures. We also have FHR, flood control, hydraulics, river control, THC, ports or harbors or causeways, and FHD, flood control, hydraulics or dams. So if you have no experience for FCSPS, but you have similar, the four that I mentioned, you may be eligible for this bidding. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Secretary, for the additional information about the proposed project. So far as none, we discussed in the first one, so let's go to the second. Construction of river capacity enhancement structure, Barangay Odiong, Javier, Leyte, with contract ID number 24ID0137, located at Barangay Odiong, Javier, Leyte, with approved budget for the contract of 96,499,560 pesos and 27 centavos, with a contract duration of 261 calendar days, to be discussed and by Engineer Tan,
For this contract. 24IG 0137. Title, project title, contract name. Construction of river capacity enhancement structure, Barangay BRGY period Odiong, Javier, Leyte.
Okay, title is correct.
Contract location, Barangay BRGY, period Odiong, Javier, Leyte.
Okay. Station programs, correct.
Correct. Then EBC is 96,499,560 pesos and 27 centavos.
EBC is correct.
The total project duration, Mr. Chair, is 261 calendar days. And project description, construction of 624.8 linear meter of reinforced revetment composed of stone masonry, concrete casing, and steel pile foundation.
So on review, the title, the contract ID, the location, scope of works, and group budget for the contract, and the contract duration is correct. So Mr. Secretary, kindly discuss the summary of data of eligibility process.
It's just the same as the previous contract, Mr. Chair. The major categories of work is the FCSPS and the same dimension, including the similar major categories of work. So if the bidders are registered in the CWA, it will automatically generate the results of their similar contracts.
Okay, so the procedure followed is properly discussed and checked. So Engineer Mike Pilola, kindly discuss the requirements of bidding documents to be submitted by the bidder, and criteria and procedure for eligibility check, preliminary submission of bids, legal evaluation of bids, post qualification, and award. You now begin, Engineer Pilola.
For the first requirement is the bidder's registration certificate, platinum membership. Next requirements, the pickup license. Contractors with pickup license category of at least medium A. Correct, medium A. Another requirement is the statement of ongoing government and private contracts. Non-disclosure of ongoing contracts, including award contracts yet to be started, coinciding with the contract term shall be a ground for disqualification. Another requirement is the statement of SUCC. Bidders must have completed an SUCC that is similar to the contract to be bid and must be at least 50% of the EPC. And that the SUCC should be supported by procuring entities or project owners, certificate of final acceptance, or a contractor's performance evaluation system, final rating of at least satisfactory. Next requirement is the computation of the net financial contracting capacity and must be equal to the approved budget for the contract. Another requirement is the bid security. Bid and bid securities shall be valid until 120 calendar days. Any bid not accompanied by an acceptable bid security shall be rejected by the procuring entity as non-responsive. The next requirement is the project requirements, which shall include the first, the organizational chart for the contract to be bid. Next, the list of contractors' key personnel. For this requirement, only accredited project engineers may be assigned to DPWH projects. Leaders are now required to submit as part of their technical component under project requirements a DPWH certificate of accreditation or proof of DPWH accreditation of their accredited project engineers as per DEO 148 series of 2024. And third, the list of contractors' labor equipment unit. And the list of contractors' minimum material testing equipment units, supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability. And finally, the last requirement under technical components, the omnibus work statement. Bidders must use or adopt the latest form of the omnibus work statement issued without GTP. For the second envelope, the financial component, this includes the first, the bid form, the financial bid form. Next, the bid prices in bill of quantities. Third, the summary of bid prices. Fourth, the detailed estimates including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in topping up the bid. And the fifth is the cash flow by quarter updated schedule. The criteria of eligibility screening, preliminary examination and evaluation of bids, post qualification, and award shall be those that are provided under RA 9184 and its IR. For eligibility screening and civil works projects, electronic eligibility check using the civil works application shall be adopted pursuant to the 117 series of 2017. Provided that in cases where electronic eligibility check will not be feasible due to unforeseen or technical issues, manual checking shall be resorted to by the back in order not to disrupt the bidding procedure. Provided that the result of the latest subsequent conduct of electronic eligibility check using the CWA shall be the basis for the final declaration of eligibility. That's all.
So for Agenda 2, back to the tariff, considering the different prospective bidders in person, how will the bidders raise their respective concerns and clarifications?
Voting again, Mr. Chair, so the prospective bidders may raise their clarifications or questions on any part of the bidding documents in writing and send it to our official email address, which is indicated in the invitation to be 10 calendar days before the deadline for the submission and the bids. That's all.
So, for my fellow members of the committee, are there other questions to be discussed? None. So, for what PWD, I think there are no Supreme Court voltage to be issued. So far, so none, so Mr. Box Secretary, other announcement to be made.
Yes, Mr. Chair, just an advance info for next week. We have an opening of bids on December 10, 9 a.m. And then on December 11, we also have an opening or receipt of quotations for goods and services. And then on December 13, we have a pre-bidding conference. So far, that's all for next week, Mr. Chair.
So for clarifications, any part of the bidding document or for an interpretation must be in writing and submitted to the BAC and the procuring entity concerned at least 10 calendar days before the deadline set for the submission of receipt of bids. The BAC shall then respond to the said request by issuing a bid bulletin duly signed by the BAC chairperson to be made available to those who have properly secured the bidding documents at least 7 calendar days before the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. So far as there are no other pertinent questions or any clarifications, any motion to close.
Second motion.
Okay, this pre-bid conference is adjourned and good morning again to all. Okay.